What if a lifetime of teachings, of wisdom, all led up to one final, ultimate truth? Well, today we're diving into a foundational Buddhist text that makes that exact claim, the Sutra of Immeasurable Meanings. It's said to be the key that unlocks, well, pretty much everything that came before it.
You see, this sutra is presented as the Buddha's ultimate teaching, the one he delivered right before his final passing, his entry into nirvana. I mean, just imagine that for a second. After a whole lifetime of teaching, he gathers everyone for one last, absolutely crucial lesson. This isn't just another sermon. This is the capstone to his entire legacy.
And then he just drops this bombshell. He says, "For over 40 years, I had not yet revealed the truth." Wow. Can you imagine hearing that? It's a stunning statement. What could he possibly have been holding back? Were all those other teachings about suffering, impermanence, and the path somehow incomplete? This is the central mystery the sutra sets out to solve.
So, to find the answer, we have to go to the very moment this whole thing kicked off. The moment the ultimate question was finally asked. The stage was set for a massive revelation.
Okay, so picture this. We're at a place called Vulture Peak. And it's not just a small gathering. We're talking a massive assembly. Tens of thousands of enlightened beings. Bodhisattvas, senior monks, kings, even celestial gods. Basically, everyone who's anyone in the spiritual cosmos is there. And you can just feel that something huge is about to happen.
Right in the middle of this incredible audience, a senior bodhisattva named Great Adornment steps forward. And he asks the question that's on literally everyone's mind, the one they've all been working towards. What is the one single direct path to full enlightenment? Not a winding road, not a gradual climb, but the most direct route there is.
And the Buddha's response to this ultimate question, well, it forms the very heart of this sutra. And it's not what you'd expect. It's not a new set of rules or some complicated practice. Instead, it's a profound shift in perspective, one that reveals how a single truth can blossom into countless meanings.
So, what is this direct path? The Buddha reveals that the path is to understand the core principle taught in this very sutra. Think about that. The path isn't an action you do, but a truth you realize. The key is to finally grasp this concept of immeasurable meanings.
Okay, so what exactly are these immeasurable meanings? The sutra defines it as the single, formless truth from which everything else comes. It's kind of like a single tiny seed. That one seed contains all the potential for a massive tree with countless leaves, branches, and flowers. In the exact same way, all the diverse teachings the Buddha gave over 40 years all sprang from this one essential truth. Now, to make this idea, which can feel a little abstract, perfectly clear, the sutra uses this beautiful analogy. Let's break it down. First, you have the essence. The ultimate truth is like water. Its fundamental nature is always the same. Second, you have the forms. The specific teachings are like wells, ponds, rivers, or the huge ocean. They all look different on the surface. But third, and this is the real kicker, their function is identical. All forms of water, no matter where you find it, can wash away dirt, just like all of the Buddha's true teachings can wash away the dust of our suffering. But this understanding, it isn't just some cool philosophical insight. No, the sutra claims it unlocks incredible potential inside of us, leading to something it calls the 10 powers. The text says that when you embrace this one truth, it gives you 10 inconceivable, meritorious virtues. Now, these aren't superpowers like flying or reading minds. They're profound transformations of your character, your wisdom, and your ability to actually help the world.
So instead of just listing all 10, let's look at what they do. On a personal level, this understanding has the power to transform negative qualities into positive ones, turning greed into generosity, or anger into patience. In terms of wisdom, it lets you see that ocean in the well, to grasp the infinite depth inside any single true teaching. And most powerfully, it empowers compassionate action. It gives you the ability to effectively help others on their journey, even while you're still on your own.
The sutra uses this really poignant image to explain that last point. It says that even if you feel imperfect, like a sick ship captain, understanding this core truth gives you a sturdy vessel. It means you don't have to wait until you're perfect to start helping people. It's such a powerful antidote to that modern feeling of imposter syndrome, right? That idea that we're not good enough to make a difference. This teaching says no, you already have the vessel. You can start ferrying others to safety, even with your own struggles.
So, what this all really points to is this profound, beautiful idea. The central message here is all about recognizing the unity that hides within diversity. It's about learning to see the entire ocean in a single drop of water from a well.
And this really lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got all the diverse teachings and specific practices, the wells, the rivers, the ponds. Each one is valuable. Each one serves a purpose. But on the other side, you have the one ultimate truth they all share, the water itself. The Buddha's final teaching wasn't some brand new path. It was the revelation that all the true paths were made of the exact same essential substance all along.
And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. This sutra really challenges us to see the one in the many. So the question to take away is this: where else in our own lives, whether it's in science or art or our relationships, can we find a single unifying truth that expresses itself in what seems to be countless different forms?